Well, our involvement goes back to 2003 when we made a decision to, put up the turbine, and then in 2004 when we did put it up, it was one of those things that we really didn't have a plan other than helping to reduce our energy costs. But in thinking back, we said if we're going to have a turbine on our front lawn, it's sure going to have an impact inside the building. And it was at that time we said we needed to be attached to a program. And so really that started our focus on training wind energy technicians.
It's actually the Wind Energy Technologies program, because we think there'll be several. Currently we're geared for training commercial wind technicians, the climbers of the 280-foot towers you see, and the great big large GE 1.5 or Vestas turbines.
So in the first year, the students are getting a lot of their real basics just to get them going, the fundamentals of electricity, the basics of wind power, introduction to hydraulics. So their first semester is just sort of really learning the baseline. In their second semester, that's when they start climbing the machine.
We're working with a company out of Japan, Makaro. They have a turbine they call the Spiral Magnus. It's a little bit different design. And Jerry Murphy from New North brought that to here a little over a year ago.
We're quite excited by this Spiral Magnus, the Makaro turbine. It's a unique design. Instead of being an airfoil wing-type blade that actually gets its lift by its shape, these are 5 cylinders instead of 3, and they have an ellipsis around the outside edge, and they motor these as the rotors go around. They will be donating this turbine, and Lakeshore Technical College is doing the installation here. And with it being a brand new turbine, nobody's ever used except there's one currently flying in Akita, Japan. That's a brand new warranty world. That's a brand new maintenance world for our graduates as well, to be cutting edge on. I've worked on one of those. We wanted both a variety of tower types as well as a variety of turbine models, so that students would have a broad experience as well as the ability to take different technical manuals and apply them. If you look at our wind energy program, there's a whole base of curriculum that's pretty common across most Wisconsin technical colleges and certainly across the U.S. And those pieces all build then to the wind application, how we use that in the wind industry. We have got lots of partners. We couldn't do this at all without, we will have 4 turbines on campus by the end of the year. 3 of those have We Energies dollars in them. All 4 will have Focus on Energy dollars in them. Everything we do requires a partnership. It's in everyone's best interest to know what the current state of the art in wind tech tools are, and to be able to use those tools properly and safely.
These are 200 to 250 feet, possibly 300 feet in the air, totally free suspended, so they have no way of controlling themselves when they're on the rope systems. So the possibility of spinning and turning and tangling lines is extremely important, so understanding all of that. It's not like they're going to have their feet up against anything. They're going to be hanging basically in midair when they're doing this type of work. So, and then also when someone is either injured or incapacitated, the ability to get that person down quickly, to get them to the ground so that they can receive medical attention is extremely important. If someone is injured in a harness and is unconscious, they have probably 15 minutes to be gotten to the ground.
Basically, all wind turbine technicians need to be safety engineers as well too, because it's you and it's your teammates that are in charge of each other's well-being.
Truly, I'm blessed at this point in my career to have a program that started from scratch 4 or 5 years ago. Nobody in the world knew anything about, and now 5 years into it, the American Wind Energy Association is starting to talk about the legacy wind colleges, and we'd be part of that group.